something about a coin toss. It's a coin toss. Hello. I'm gonna take my jacket off. So the energy of this read, it is the title, okay? The Illusionists resent the gifted, okay? And falling into their own trap. Hey. Hey guys. Hope everyone's having a good night. I just finished wrapping my kids' Christmas gifts, so I'm done. Which feels good. Because I saved up for that. Okay, so the Illusionists resent the gifted, okay? Shocker. No. Not a shocker. Wow, you're early. Yeah, I try not to go last minute. I try not to go when everybody's in a frantic state, right? Like, I don't like being out in public to begin with, so, okay, so somebody understands that these ops of your past, they lack vision, okay? Like, they don't have any envision for their future or their purpose or anything long term, right? Like, there's always like short-term plans, short-term missions, short-term whatever, right? But there's nothing like that. There's no real ambition, really, okay? They're understanding that these people are resentful, okay? That's why they're doing this to begin with. That's why they're going so hard. That's why they took this task, okay? They understand that these people are disrespectful and disregarded you. How belittling it is for them to play this part, right? So people are understanding this. These illusionists, they fear that all that they did to suppress somebody behind the scenes will work against them. Obviously it will, okay? Behind the scenes suppressing somebody's work. So say if, for example, you work online like I do, then they'd be messing with your view count. They would be messing with your donations. They would be creating other social media to destroy your image, right? Things like this. Or maybe you had like a good position, right? Like you were about to be hired for a good paying job. They would go ahead and talk to the boss and block that, okay? That has happened to me before. Many times. There was lies surrounding somebody's work ethic, okay? They were saying that they were irresponsible, that they weren't dependable, stuff like this. When somebody's actually a very good worker, okay? They excel in anything that they do. They're a very fast learner, like a tactical learner, I'm getting. Very intelligent, very emotionally intelligent, lots of social skills, right? So it's like how... when you have that, nothing is hard, okay? And you're easy to work with, okay? All by yourself and with the team. So it just isn't true. These people also tried to suppress you by calling you a liar, okay? They're saying very rudely that somebody is a liar. Okay, they don't... This is so that others don't want to work with you. Or they're behind the scenes secrets to sabotage. Wait, I read that wrong. Okay, so they don't want anyone to work with you, okay, because they know what they're doing behind the scenes. and they don't want people to figure this out. So they're behind the scenes slandering somebody so that others don't want to help them. Okay, they'll say something that they know that these people don't like. So that they're behind the scenes secrets to sabotage anyone speaking on their dark tactics can still be a go. There's some moon magic here on this moon cycle. They wanted someone to feel like they're still suppressed, okay? They wanted someone to feel like they were under attack and nobody would listen, or that anything that they presented would be shut down. It would be suppressed. Also, like, these people would try to trigger your emotions, okay? Like, do something that triggers you intentionally, okay? And then not say anything about it, as to, like, emotionally suppress somebody. This energy is backfiring, okay? In the here and now, it's backfiring. So these past colleagues of theirs are keeping them in the dark. Okay, they're no longer wanting to work with this illusionist, okay, because they're full of lies. Okay, they instill fear on purpose to suppress people, and then also suppress their work, so their means of making finances, along with consenting to people being able to gang up when it comes to stalking them, right? So who in the upright would want to work with that? Okay, there was a certain power of attorney. This power of attorney was granted behind somebody's back. Okay, they want to affect somebody's intuitive gifts by toying with their emotions. Okay, so we spoke on this a little bit. To emotionally suppress. They had this power of attorney granted by a crooked lawyer that this attorney had hired to get the job done. To get the job done within the court of law. To have you not present, they sent someone of your past to either lure you in or throw you off guard. Okay? These people spoke ill upon your name, okay, upon your gifted nature, and they said that you had mental, psychological disorders, okay? And they said that this was from PTSD. And then all the while they misled you, okay? Misled you from finding out what they did to attain control over your life or livelihood, both. Out of pure selfishness, they ensured negativity would consume your life with their sabotage tactics behind the scenes. The theft of a great fortune. It will be returned, and these illusionists are depressed about this, not wanting this change to be brought to balance, and not wanting what they did to you be exposed. They're very angry because people understand where you're coming from now, okay? And they respect your vision. They respect your drive. They respect your loyalty, your dedication, okay? And they understand that these ops of your past, they lack that, okay? That's why they stole. That's why there's this huge theft, okay? They disrespected and disregarded somebody. So that was the first reading. I just heard left him for dead. Okay. So this is the second one. It's called falling into their own trap. There's past people here. They were in somebody's inner circle. So inner circle people, they're exposed for profiting off of somebody else's work or your investments, okay? So your work or your investments. And I was heavily getting like taking some off the top, okay? In order to line their pockets a little bit more, right? Because they thought that you had enough, or you what the hell ever, but they were jealous, okay? They were very jealous. And It doesn't matter if that person has enough. That is still their property, or that is still their investment, still their finances. Get another job, you know, like, or get some investments yourself, right? But these people, they lack vision, right? So that's what it keeps coming back to. So they plotted. This is exactly why they talked past experiences. These were made up stories. They talked made up stories about another. Okay, they were committed. This other person was committed to telling the truth. They had a vision. Okay, they stood for what they knew was right. And this person connecting to you, okay, meant that they'd get caught, okay, profiting off of your work and your investments. So they came and they brought people into your like to talk to you about past experiences that were made up stories, because this person is so committed to speaking truth. So these past people are trying to frame a boss figure, okay? And these past people framing this boss forces this boss to expose what these past people have been working on. Okay, so somebody's really happy that these past people put themselves and put him or her in this position, in this compromising position, right, to expose this plot, because he didn't have to, or she didn't have to go in on their own lead and take that step to expose them. So like they set him up, like they led him there, okay, or her there. They led them there. So it was like their own fault, because they were trying to frame this boss so then the boss gets picked up, gets questioned, whatever, right? And then the real truth comes out about what these people have been doing. So it's like they setting him up set themselves up, because he was put between a rock and a hard place, right? Or she. So it's their own fault. And this being their own fault, that was fated to happen. It was fate. Because they've been trying to set this person up to get arrested for quite some time. This is a destined change of events. There's an investigator who's seeing clearly how people get framed. If they choose to protect themselves by laying hard boundaries, they create strong boundaries towards these diabolical fantasies of these other love options that got sent in for behind the scenes to call judgment on another. If they don't go along with it, they'll either blackmail them or they'll set them up. Okay, they were contracted to block another person. If you don't go along with that, well, then there's some sort of price to pay. Okay, and they'll either get you arrested or frame you. Like frame you, get you arrested, or blackmail you, so you are forced to adhere to their plans to block. How these past people, this investigator also recognized how these past people, they flip the roles, okay? So whoever they're plotting on and attacking, they will say what they do, okay? And it's some sick shit what they do is what this other person does, okay? They'll flip-flop the roles onto another to play others to attack you. Okay, so they'll get whatever community you're in, okay, they'll find whoever in their group has connections to that community, and they'll say this shit, okay, and they'll say exactly what they do in order for these people to get mad and attack you and feel like it's justice, okay, feel like it's justifiable within their mental, right? Feel like it is justice to have this person feeling overly attacked, okay? Calling behind the scene judgment, okay? This is what the behind the scene judgment is, okay? Behind the scene judgment is when they fuck with you like this. calling behind the scene judgment on somebody's finances and their well-being. And when they speak on any of these attacks from behind the scenes, they play on that because they're not visible to the naked eye, right? Like even when like people are like doing these like frameworks to cell phones and stuff where you see one view and they see another, because they can make certain things, they like they have software where they can like make it their own, like they're developing it, right? They're developing this page that you see and the page that they see, and you are extremely restricted, okay? And you see a completely different page than what's really going on the other side, the other screen, whatever. They're like the admin to your cell phone pretty much, okay? And they develop what you see and they restrict what you can do. And it's difficult to explain that to somebody. It is. Trust me, I tried to explain it to people for like years, okay? And they all looked at me like I was some fucking crazy, okay? But then I figured out a way to make it look presentable, right? And then I figured out how to explain it as well, okay, where it makes a lot of sense. And that took 4 years for me to do. So it's like, they'll play on this because you can't see it, they'll play on it. And the fact that you have your guards up and you're paranoid because you're getting attacked, stuff like that, they'll play on that, and they'll say that you're crazy, and they'll say that you're over exaggerating, or you're messed up, right? Like something, right? And then this will cause other community members to put their guard up when it comes to you, right? Put that strong boundary up when it comes to you on some shit that you're actually doing, but it's being like misinterpreted, okay? It's being manipulated. Like they're not saying the real circumstance is the thing, right? So it looks believable because that is how you're acting, but for very good reason. And they're acting like it's something psychotic. So these people will throw their guards up to the person who is actively being blocked and suppressed. Okay, because they're calling them delusional, right? So this is like all a plot to eventually get somebody arrested and or okay, have them be institutionalized, okay, in a psych center where they then dope these people up and do weird kind of tests on people, right? It's just especially gifted people. They want to fry the pineal gland or whatever, so that you can't use your gifts for good, okay? And they will like try to like brainwash you into practicing diabolical, okay? Because they know you're so faithful, because they know you're so loyal, because they know that you would never switch on your own. So like, God forbid that to happen. Damn. Okay. So I'm going to start here. I did random pages out of every book, okay? So I got the Hierophant, okay? This means unity, unorthodoxy, divinity, divine law, connection, alliance, and commitment. Okay, this is how they see you, okay? Or whoever it is who is within their divinity, okay? They're practicing their divinity, that connection with their higher power, right? They see that you're committed to this. Somebody sees you as very mysterious. I'm getting like there's like a network of child agents. I don't know if it's like I feel like it's adults who are assigned to children. Kind of sounds like CPS. And a veil of secrets. Okay, let's see. The Hierophant has diverse meanings, from traditional religion and spiritual knowledge to educational opportunities. So somebody could want you to go down some sort of educational opportunity. Pray on that, okay? Don't let anybody pressure you into anything that you really don't want to do. Like, if that's not your long-term goal, then maybe you take another year to figure out what you want to do. Overall, the card denotes unity. Okay, I'm getting that somebody wants someone to go in a certain course, and then they want to put another person in this course by a means to connect, okay, so that you think it's divine order, you think that that's fated, okay, for you to be with that person, because you're having to spend a lot of time with this person because you're going to school with this person, okay? So just be aware of that if that is for you. Somebody's like very like a traditional when it comes to religion, okay? Everybody has a right to their own belief, and we have to remember that, and we have to be non-judgmental about that, right? It is a law for a reason. We are all supposed to be equals here. You are no better, you are no less than the next person. We are all human. Overall, the card denotes unity, okay? Connecting mind, body, and soul. So that alignment, okay, where our thoughts match our words and our words match our actions for the most part, okay? And if they don't, we are connecting with our higher power to help relinquish that, right? Like we are praying about it on how we can help ourselves, and then we're meditating and finding those answers, right? And even if like we are gradually working towards an end goal, that is still being in alignment, okay? Because we still have that idea, and we are not lying to ourselves in our higher power. When we are lying to ourselves in our higher power, then that is being out of alignment, right? Like are those things not matching. Or making a key commitment, okay? So somebody could be making a commitment here. The card can also represent following or becoming. So somebody's becoming the own leader of their reality, which is amazing. An inspiring spiritual leader, a mentor, or a teacher. Okay, so this is what somebody, I'm getting that this is what somebody wants somebody to be, is a teacher, okay? I'm getting like you'd be good at anything you did. You'd be good at anything you did. Career progress or marriage. Somebody could also be wanting to marry somebody. So, because they've been spying on somebody. This person who wants to marry someone, they've been spying on somebody, and they see their like role as like some sort of like monarchy, or like some sort of leader, some sort of it's intriguing to them, okay, what they do. Somebody's like very, very, I guess like the book says, diverse, right? Very diverse, very meaningful, okay? They do things, and they say things, and they practice things that are very meaningful to them. Okay, so okay, I'm going to start with this book, actually. So I've been reading The Art of War, and I thought that this was a cool page, so... Okay. Without restrictions, I got tongue-tied. Without restrictions, they'll be faithful. Okay, same goes with spirituality, okay? And like also I was gonna say, when you are listening to tarot, understand that the person reading those cards will only go in depth as far as their mind can let them go, okay? Other people, their gifts are more natural. Um, some of us have to work really hard to even find the time to meditate in our day, right? If we can't do it with a lot of noise around us. If we do have these restrictions. So like understand that sometimes tarot is kind of like a riddle. Like you have to interpret what they're saying and then adjust it to your story. And then also put into play your intuition, your logic, and your own reasoning, right? So if I'm saying something, it's probably more equipped to what I know or what I've been through in life, because this feeling that I get, the empathic feeling that I get off the cards, is reminding me of what I have been through or what a scenario could be like, right? So just use your discernment when you're watching tarot. Yeah. Or sometimes like certain terms, like a word will remind you of something. Okay, that means something, but you're gonna have to like adjust it to your story. Okay. I always just recommend to like buy your own deck. Okay, because then it's always good to practice intuition. Okay. Without restrictions, they will be faithful. Without giving orders, they can be trusted. Okay, this was talking about soldiers, when in desperate straits, lose their sense of fear. Okay, so somebody is like losing their sense of fear because of how long they've been in desperate straits. Okay, straits. If there's no place of refuge, they will stand firm. If they're in a hostile country, they will show a stubborn front. If there's no help for it, they will fight hard. Thus, without waiting to be marshaled, the soldiers will constantly on the qui vive. I don't know what that is. Without waiting to be asked, they will do your will. Okay? And that's the same as like when you are becoming like very spiritual and speaking your story, and the miracles that have come with it, and also the flip side of that, right? Where it hasn't been so pleasant, and how you got through that. It's like when that pressure comes, you just know what to do. Intuitively, you know what to do, okay? And that is God's will. Without asking, you'll get it. Okay, but ask for it. Would you have that faith, right? Okay, I'm just going to continue to read this. Without restrictions, they'll be faithful. Without giving orders, that they can be trusted. Prohibit the taking of omens, okay? And do away with superstitious doubts, okay? Yeah, any kind of doubt. Until death itself comes, no calamity need to be feared. Okay, so we weren't made to live in fear. Okay, and this is what these people this is what they capitalize on, is that energy of fear. The superstitious bound into saucy doubts and fears. Okay, they degenerate into cowards and die many times before their deaths. They degenerate into cowards and die many times before their deaths, right? That state of panic. Nobody makes a good decision when they're in a state of panic. When you're walking on eggshells, right? You fuck up. That's what happens. Because you're shook. Spells and incantations should be strictly forbidden. And no officer allowed to inquire by divination into the fortunes of an army. So if you are indulging in this type of divination spell work, you're not allowed. You're not allowed in. Okay, and same for like the like God's army too, right? These people who are speaking their stories out for the greater good. Okay, the greater good. If they practice divination, they're not allowed. Okay, it like that intent, that evil intent, that fearful intent, that intent of doubt. If you cast that, you're not allowed. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting here. For the fear, the soldiers' minds should be seriously perturbed. Okay, so because that energy always backfires, you get what you give, right? It always backfires. So if you're sending that out, you will get it back. Okay, they don't want this army to be weak in the mind. The meaning is that if all doubts are discarded, your men will never falter in their resolution until they die. Right? So until the end of time, they won't falter, right? They'll stand strong. They will continue to be faithful and trustworthy. If our soldiers are not overburdened with money, it is not because that they have distaste for riches. If their lives are not unduly long, it is not because they are disinclined to longevity. Wealth and long life are things for which all men have a natural inclination. Hence, if they burn or fling away valuables and sacrifice their own lives, it is not that they dislike them, but simply that they have no choice. Insinuating that as soldiers are but human, it is for the general to see that temptations to shrink fighting. Okay, so if you're tempted, you won't fight. And to grow rich, they're not thrown in their way. That's why God chooses people who are not materialistic. Okay, who don't do things for incentive. Like that, you will see like a lot of people in their stories when they're speaking their truth, they will say that they will not sign any NDAs. They will say that they won't accept anything, any bribes. Okay, and that's how you can tell that they're like a true their faith is there, right? They're a true spiritual worker. They're not this like fake prophet type shit. Okay, and oh, that's what I was gonna touch on here. Okay, I've also been reading the Bible. Lying prophets. Okay, so this is for the prophets who lie. My heart is broken within me, all my bones tremble. I am like a drunken man, like a strong man overcome by wine, because of the Lord and his holy words. And the land is full of adulterers because of the curse, and the land lies parched. Okay, so because of the curse upon the land. And the pastures in the wilderness are withered. The prophets follow an evil course and use their power unjustly. See, that's evil. It's evil to do that. Both prophet and priest are godless. Okay, so they're saying that that priests can also do this, right? Priests are people just like you and me. Even in the temple, I can find their wickedness, declares the Lord. Therefore, their path will become slippery, and they will be banished to darkness. Okay, I was getting, like, one time I was getting, when I was meditating, that there's, like, a realm where there's only darkness, okay? It's dark, okay? And there was like kind of like brimstone, but I'm pretty sure the brimstone was only there for me to recognize how dark that was. Okay? It was very lonely. I was like, what the hell? And then I came out of my meditation. But yeah, so I know that. Okay, I had a vision on that. And there they will fall. I'll bring disaster on them in the year that they are punished, declares the Lord. Amongst the prophets of Samaria, I saw this repulsive thing. They prophesied by Baal and led my people Israel astray. And among the prophets of Jerusalem, I have seen something horrible. They commit adultery and live a lie. They strengthen the hands of evildoers, so that not one of them turns from their wickedness. They're all like Sodom to me. The people of Jerusalem are like Gomorrah. I don't know these people. I don't even know if I'm saying that properly, but just bear with me. Grasp the story. Therefore, this is what the Lord Almighty says concerning these lying prophets. I will make them eat bitter food and drink poison as water. Okay. So I was also getting that people were like poisoning real prophets as to pertain to this. That's so twisted. Because from the prophets of Jerusalem, ungodliness has spread throughout the land. This is what the Lord Almighty says. Do not listen to what these lying prophecies to you. They will fill you with false hopes. They will speak visions from their own minds, okay? And that's true to a certain extent. Even with like actually gifted people, right? Not from the mouth of the Lord. So I'm not going to say what I mean, okay? What I think. I'm just going to keep reading. They keep saying, those who despise me. The Lord says you will have peace. And all who follow the stubbornness of their own heart, they say no harm will come to you. But which of them has stood in the counsel of the Lord to see or hear his word? Okay, so you don't know. Who has listened and heard his word? See, the storm of the Lord will burst out in wrath, a whirlwind swirling down on the heads of the wicked. The anger of the Lord will not turn back until he fully accomplishes his purpose of heart. In the days to come, you will understand it clearly. It did not send these prophets, yet they have run with their message. I did not speak to them, yet they have prophesied. But if they had stood in my counsel, they would have proclaimed my words to my people and would have turned them from their evil ways and from their evil deeds. Am I only a God nearby, declares the Lord, and not a God far away, who can hide in secret places so that I cannot see them, declares the Lord? Do not I fill heaven and earth, declares the Lord? So he's saying that, okay, I have heard what the lying prophets say, who prophesies lies in my name. They say, I had a dream. I had a dream. How long will this continue in the hearts of these lying prophets, whose prophecies, the delusions of their own minds? They think the dreams that they tell one another will make people forget my name, just as their ancestors forget my name through Baal worship. Let the lying prophet who has a dream recount the dream, but let the one who has my word speak it faithfully. For what has straw to do with grain, declares the Lord. It is not my word like fire, declares the Lord, and like a hammer that breaks a rock into pieces. Therefore, declares the Lord, I am against the lying prophets who steal from one another's words that are supposedly from me. Yes, declares the Lord, I am against the lying prophets who wag their own tongues, yet declare the Lord declares. Indeed, I am against those who prophesies false dreams, declares the Lord. They tell them and lead my people astray with their reckless lies, yet I did not send or appoint them. They do not benefit these people in the least, declares the Lord. False prophecy. When these people or false prophet or priest ask you, what is the message of the Lord? Say to them, what message? I will forsake you, declares the Lord. If a prophet or a priest or anyone else claims this is a message from the Lord, I will punish them and their household. This is what each of you keeps saying to your friends and other Israelites. What is the Lord's answer? What has the Lord spoken? But you must not mention a message from the Lord again. Damn. Because each one's word becomes their own message. Exactly. Like, that's why we only speak our truth, right? And if you are speaking a story that isn't your truth, well, then that is lying. You must not mention a message from the Lord again, because each one's word becomes their own message. So you distort the words of the living God, the Lord Almighty, our God. This is what you keep saying to a prophet. What is the Lord's answer to you? Or what has the Lord spoken? Although you claim this is a message from the Lord, this is what the Lord says. You use the words, this is a message from the Lord, even though I told you that you must not claim that this is a message from the Lord. Therefore, I will surely forget you and cast you out of my presence, along with the city I gave to you and your ancestors. I will bring you everlasting disgrace, everlasting shame that will not be forgotten. Damn. Okay, so that was for fake prophets and people who spew lies. Okay, and I was gonna read this one, but I think that I'm gonna read a little bit of the current energy. Unaccountability, okay? This is for someone in the chat. Unaccountable. Stalking. Pregnant accomplice. Damn, what the hell? Rise above. Rise above misdirecting. Okay? So people who comment negative things, okay, they're trying to like redirect, okay, where the reading is actually going, okay, and don't listen to them, okay. If you know that they're negative, okay, don't even, because you're talking to a demon for real. You're talking to a demon. It's pointless. Pointless to argue with the demon, right? They're on demon time. Stalking. Accomplice misdirecting. Somebody's really holding on to the idea that they can get somebody arrested. Okay? But they will get arrested, and this other person will be deemed as if they are resilient to your attacks, okay? In this stalking and redirecting, like trying to play God in somebody's life. Unaccountability. The Queen of Cups in reverse. So somebody's upset because they don't want to be accountable for stalking and trying to lay somebody to rest. Okay, now they want to make some sort of peace, yet not be accountable. How? Stalking and then creating loss. Okay, there's messages on this. There's messages about somebody trying to create losses for another. Okay, like this is heavy stalking. There's going to be a change of events when it comes to this stalking. There's a justice, and so a cop in the upright. A cop in the upright's going to be defending this and making a change when it comes to this fortune. Okay, so I'm getting that somebody also like frauded someone out. Identity fraud. We've been getting this in the energy for a while. Stalking. Yeah, this is this misleading. Okay, so they were like, they were stalking somebody and then bringing in false information. These people were so passionate to hold someone back or hold something back from somebody. Okay. There was some sort of transaction to take action. Okay, this could have been from a boss or like the emperor. So it's like either authority, and authority can also mean authority within a family. Okay, so this could be like also like a grandfather or a father or an uncle, whoever is like holds the authoritative position in your house. Okay, there's some sort of payment here to attack somebody who's authentic, or somebody took the action to like transfer data. They celebrated this. Okay, they celebrated them being able to paint a facade around somebody's name. Okay, and take some sort of action. They were inspired to get this person arrested because they speak. They're very truthful, and they don't like this. So this is why they aspire to do this, and they would stalk somebody, and then they had consent to stalk somebody. Okay, these officials gave these people consent. Okay, and how it got started was false information. Okay, so there should be some sort of reprimanding for bringing in false information, because it could lead it to false investigations. Okay, they chose to take this action upon somebody who is strong. Okay, that inner strength, excuse me. Somebody feels like somebody doesn't want to be accountable for some sort of stalking. They were stalking somebody. Okay, I'm getting they were stalking potential love interests of somebody else. Okay, in order to bring back false information to somebody that they wanted to get them pregnant. They feel like there's no option to get this person to get pregnant off of somebody. Okay, for money, for great fortune, for good luck. Okay, so they feel like if they're attached to this person, then they get good luck. And that does happen, okay? You can have somebody who indulges in divination, right? Not divination, like incantations and shit like that, spell work, right? And if they're attached to somebody who doesn't, who has like a good karma, okay, good karma, then they can get a free ride off that person, but the person with good karma won't succeed as well as they would with somebody who doesn't engage in that type of stuff. Okay, so this person feels like they have no option to get pregnant. They're not an option. It's not an option. It's not an option because this person thinks of this person as like a liar. They found out some sort of secrets. Okay, somebody's mask has fallen off, who they truly are. Okay, which is somebody who's very emotionally unstable, a very emotionally immature, who can't be accountable for their own actions. Okay, who stalk others. Okay, in the hopes of bringing back misleading information to a man, to attain a man. Okay, nobody mature does that. Nobody confident within themselves, nobody who loves themselves would do that. Okay, and this is what somebody is seeing. Like they're like, you actually went and stalked that person. Like, what? Okay, accomplice. They were partnering up. They were partnering up to bring misleading information, to make someone look emotionally unstable, unaccountable, okay, because they thought that this was a love option. They also could have said that somebody was like lying about a pregnancy or something, that they just wanted to partner up to be an accomplice, but they were saying exactly the role that they were playing. Okay, so it's delusional. It's projection. And they don't want to be accountable for this, okay? But they're like they're like having panic attacks, overly trying to be connected to this person, wanting to get pregnant, getting upset because maybe this person is like choosing to like protect themselves as to like withhold their seed. Yeah, they're choosing to rise above. They're choosing to rise above. It's like there's no option. This talks about choices. They don't even have a choice. They don't have a choice. They're seen as like a karmic with the Lovers in reverse. Okay, I'm also picking up pedophile energy, or like if it's not that, it's like trafficking. Like this person chose to entertain third parties. Okay, I'm hearing that you only live once. What? They're trying to plead their innocence from the choices that they've made to entertain third parties. Okay, they also chose to like travel to stalk somebody. They traveled to stalk somebody's potential love interest, and it's not even in the reality. So that is delusional. Okay, they wanted to put an end to somebody's innocence, so that's why they brought false information after stalking this person. Okay, they wanted to make this person look unaccountable for whatever the fuck they're actually doing. That's what they said. Okay, this betrayal. But they wanted to end somebody being innocent. Okay, and in the same go, have somebody's new beginning come to an end, right? Like kind of like two birds with one stone, but the same person. Okay, they chose to cause some sort of conflict, right? Like they chose to fight. They chose to be argumentative. Like this was their choices. They chose to betray this person, okay? And also involve children. They brought in a third party to be an accomplice in partnering up to steal this person's empire. Okay, they took actions to steal this person's empire. Okay, and then they were being really phony about it. They're lying about it. They don't want to be accountable. That is the Tower moment. Okay, they wanted a Tower moment to happen for an emperor and wanted them to miss out on an opportunity at any sort of new beginning, any sort of commitment in love. Okay, so they took this action to serve self. Okay, this person's in their emotions because they're understanding this. Okay, they're understanding this. They're trying to take actions to bring balance. Okay, they could know that somebody is actually a genuine balanced intuition. This is balanced intuition. This person could have read someone's energy and was hoping to balance something out with their job, with what they do for work. And this person chose to work on causing them conflict. It was a conflict of interest, I'm hearing. It was a conflict of interest. But then they looked into what this person was saying, this messenger. I'm hearing, don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Manipulated death. Somebody could be wanting to frame someone for a murder here. Somebody was telling the truth. Somebody was telling the truth about some Queen of Pentacles here, how they made their money. Something about voodoo here. They've seen the voodoo firsthand. They saw the voodoo firsthand and the loss and burdens it creates. Okay, so there's some sort of blockage here. They could have sent a message like, don't leave me alone. Don't contact me anymore, to these third parties who chose to, they wanted to attack somebody, an innocent. Yeah, these third parties work together to cause somebody heartache and pain. And somebody knows this, okay? It could have been this very person who's like very diverse in what they believe, like their belief system. I'm getting a very strong belief system. So when you have a strong belief system, this type of evil can't penetrate you spiritually. So this person would just have to transmute. They feel like they missed out on an opportunity of having some sort of commitment, okay? They feel like somebody is loyal. Misdirecting. Yeah, so the conflict that they were creating, they were misdirecting onto somebody else, okay? Because they didn't want to be accountable for what they were doing, which was stalking and bringing in false information to police, okay? And now that they're caught in this betrayal, they're choosing to work with the other third parties that didn't succeed in being this accomplice, right? These partnerships, they're all grouping together. Someone could choose to want to aggravate, okay? Because this Two of Spears and the Five of Spears, they could be choosing to try to aggravate someone, okay? So if these people are trying to like bait you with a fight, or like Say that they're in some sort of distress. It's an ambush. Okay, I'm getting like something's an ambush. They want to betray somebody before they have a new beginning. Okay, with this Ten of Swords, the Fool. Okay, this is a new beginning, an ending to your new beginning. So they want you to choose the path of like a salt or something, working together to cause heartache and pain for one of you, either the person that is like committable or you. Okay, so like if people call you, they're in distress, or like if you don't trust that person, don't go help them. They can help themselves. Their health and is their responsibility. Their problems are their responsibility, period. Yeah, they tried to say that a high priestess was emotionally unintelligent, that they were unaccountable. Okay, they're also trying to say that somebody is a false prophet. Okay, but I'm also getting that somebody that they attached you to, okay, within the group is a false prophet. You could have dated this person. This person who they were lying on, okay, is very balanced. Very balanced. They stalked this person and saw that they were very balanced. Okay, they saw that they couldn't get anything on this person, so that is why they brought you false information. Okay, some sort of doctored documents. You taking action, okay, and figuring something out, okay, allowing to read between the lines, okay, and see past the facade that they were painting to you, okay. This person knows that you could have took action to call this person delusional or something. You could have known that this person was just trying to bait you into getting them pregnant. Or somebody's actively lying to you about being pregnant. Okay, I'm talking to a masculine. They wish to be your partner, okay? Because they want you to be an accomplice to something. Partnering up to have their wishes of an accomplice. They want to tie you to something. These karmic lovers, they want something. Rise above. They want some sort of commitment so that they can have these investments. They've invested so much into having this new beginning. I'm also getting like if you know like the person that you're thinking of to have a new beginning with, okay, if they message you, okay, it's most likely these karmics, okay, it's most likely these karmics messaging you through this person's phone number. They feel like that they have no choice in marriage, no choice in being able to get pregnant, and they're emotionally distraught because they're unaccountable for stalking another, lying upon another in order to get their wishes for you to partner up with them, and then for them to end up betraying you. Okay, for them to end up wanting you to be an accomplice after you figure out their betrayal. Okay, and now they want to get pregnant. It's just like everything that they said was misdirected and put upon another. And now they feel defeated. They feel conflicted because you're leaving them out in the cold for misdirecting everything. Okay? It was a whole lie. That's what they invested their time, money, and energy into. It was a huge betrayal of like the two of you. Okay? So it's like this person they frame this high priestess, okay, this earth angel, for setting you up, and then they were going to set you up to be an accomplice for the death of this earth angel. So it was like they were trying to get two people who potentially could have been committed to each other, so they thought, right? And maybe in reality as well, but it looked like they were both at each other's necks when it just wasn't the truth. Okay, like have you seemed like the bad guy in this person's eyes, and this person seemed like the bad guy in your eyes, right? That's what gave them a sense of satisfaction, is the thought of this. But the thought of this is delusion. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. Okay, so the thought of that being the final outcome is a whole delusion, right? It is a delusion. The fact that this person thinks that they can be unaccountable and get into your energy with some sort of incantation or spell work is delusion as well, right? Like this person seems like they're going to lose their mind. You could want to move into calmer waters with someone who spoke truth to you. Okay, the person who's unaccountable, okay, who's emotionally unstable, is the same person that stole money from this high priestess. They see you walking away, so they're becoming unglued, okay? They're like, this person, I don't even know, man. They were stalking the person that they frauded, yes, because the star is like the star is like authentic, and this is unauthentic. This person could have been trying to be like a fake spiritualist, okay, like we read in the book, giving false news, okay. I'm also getting that somebody was using their technology, okay, their device, their means of stalking, to defame somebody else through false accounts, okay, an earth angel, because they couldn't find anything on this person. I'm also getting that they were stalking other people, okay, and then acting as if there was like they were gifted. They were saying things that actually were like went along with these people's lifestyles and how they thought things were behind the scenes, because they knew how things were behind the scenes, because they fucking stalked these people. So it's like, that's not right. And then hoping that if they said what they know that they have going on behind the scenes with these means of stalking, okay,